we are.
We ain't live yet.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
We're live.
Yep.
We're ready now.
Are we live?
Mm-hmm.
So,
We're waiting for people to come
where
in.
people join our live, people. Join our live.
Join.
Join. Turn your phone on the floor.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, people.
Yes.
What's
I'm just waiting on people to join. How's y'all Friday?
How's
everybody?
y'all Friday? Hope you had a good Friday.
Weekend.
It's coming for the weekend, living for the weekend. Hey. How you doing, people? Join our live. And if you join it, it's okay.
If you don't join, you get the recap later.
All right, people, join our lives. Where's my live people out
Chunky
there?
Luncheon.
Oh, hey, Chunky. Where is he at? Let me see. He's not over there on the comment.
You can't say
He hasn't
nothing.
said nothing yet, but he's
Oh.
watching.
Wait, okay. Hey, Brenda, join our live, girl. We got some good information for you today. Nice to see y'all people joining our live today.
Yes.
Oh, it's been so much going on. We got so much to talk about, and we got a lot of growth to do. So, with that said, we got some things to share. We got a lot of things to offer you. So, join our live. Tonyo, fix my music.
Okay, yes, ma'am. There you go.
All right.
So,
So, hey. Oh,
Hey, everybody.
What is
Hey,
that back
everybody.
there?
Fred Jones, Terry Jones.
Oh, that's what you want to
Yeah, why you sending it to me?
What is
Okay.
he doing?
Nothing much. She was just saying everybody invites.
Okay, so
Hey, everybody.
hey everybody. So we, you can see, I'm rocking my we come from you. Well, let's just get it started. We come from you from Shadows Behind the Corona Mask.
Yes.
So every time we go live, we try to put our little mask on so to let you know we represent. But today we're not trying to promote Shadows Behind the Corona Mask. We just come from you from the real. So let's get it started. Tonyo, where I put my lipstick on, you might want to talk to the people.
Okay, y'all. Well, as y'all know, we're just going to talk about an important topic today. We're not going to get too deep, but we're just going to explain it. As y'all know, we are Shadows Behind the Corona Mask, and we like to also talk about modern stuff. You see our mask. Hey, maybe y'all can hear me a little better. But anyway, what we wanted to talk about today is very important. If y'all was watching, shout out.
But before we go any further, as you can see, I'm rocking my hat and my mask. Wait. The peace symbols represent what we has been through as a nation, my hat. But guess what? I shaved all of my hair off.
Y'all see
You
it?
see that? I shaved all of my hair off. It need to be rejuvenated. So, hey, so that's that. I ain't mad. I just got to wait on time if I want to go back. I'm not unhappy with that. But it's a decision I had to pray about, and it's a decision I had to make. So with that said, we are today are coming to represent, to speak out for Black Lives Matter. It's so many people that's been so ignorant and has not really tried to, I'm one of them ignorant ones, so don't get it twisted. I'm the one that says, like, I thought I knew about Black Lives Matter, and I got, 5 grandsons and 3 sons that I really hadn't worried about, but I see sometimes I might need to worry about, but we got a long journey. And George Floyd and the cop that got convicted for him, his verdict, we don't even know how that's going to pan out. Yes. So we got 3 of us, 3 generations is basically here. And you're going to see why we saying that. And so I am the past.
I'm the present.
I'm the future.
And we are the 3 voices of justice.
Yes.
Past, present, and future. So basically we wanted to talk about that. And not only are we doing that, we're still making masks. We're not pushing it too much because most people have their own masks now, but we're still making them. And y'all still can reach out to us if you want to. But also the thing we're doing is...
Hey people, thank you for joining our live. Like and subscribe. Hey Leslie.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody. Pat. Chunky.
Oh yeah. Thank y'all for spending the time with us today. Thank you for the hearts.
Hey
too.
Dorothy.
Thank
See Dorothy. Stay with us now. We got some good talking going on today.
Yes,
really.
Yes. So Well, we see where we at right now. Very big, important topic. But we're gonna do a poem, and we're gonna do the poems in the book because we're doing other poems and people been kind of interested in them. So we're gonna work on publishing them next. But Mama's gonna give her a speech first. And
Well, right now, before we get in the depths of anything, Satira might want to say something. I'm going to let her say something because sometimes she always sit back. She sort of like be silent. But at the end of the day, she have a voice and her voice needs to be heard. What Fred was saying is sort of like part of that Satira, like she was going to surprise y'all. Like we got somebody that like we did with Shots Behind the Corona Mask, we wrote the books. But now we got somebody to take our poems. And these are three poems that we written that they like. So these will be published into a little brochure, and we are trying to promote them, and we're trying to sell them, and we'll hope we'll reach out to people of her generation, his generation, and even mine. So, Satira, you got anything to say? That TV?
Uh-huh. Well, basically, I gotta say is y'all continue to stay safe. I seen after George Floyd got his justice, everybody was protesting, but they ain't have on the mask. That's not safe either. But we're not here talking about masks. We're talking about racism. So my generation don't have to go through what we're going through now. Because it's really tough out here. So hopefully, just not us saying these poems will get us the racism to the end. We're going to need y'all helping and people help around the world. So if you see this video, share, repost, like, comment, and like just help us out. Because that's like, we just trying to make a big statement out here for everybody.
Exactly.
And for me, as being the older, the granny, the mother, and everything else you could call me, you can learn. And you can promote. It's never too late. You can learn, you can promote for Black Lives Matter. That's one thing you can do. Like, that's just where it is. It's a lot of things that, wait, hold up. Okay, get that, hold that. Like, for my shirt, this right here, and I'm going to turn around. Is it showing? Right here, the little girl that's on this shirt, that's me at the age of 10. And the reason why we decided to write these poems is even before George and when they was asking me so many questions and I had no answer because they didn't believe that with me and my family and my generation, it depends on your mother and your father and your ancestors to teach you the importance of Black Lives Matter, teach you whether you want to be prejudiced or whether they want to be prejudiced. You got to teach your kids. You got to tell your kids. Now, in my poem, you're going to see this was a girl that was 10 years old. I did not have problems with racial discrimination. That sounds stupid because maybe it was there and I didn't understand that it was there. But I will share my poem with you and then we'll talk about that, how I was be 68 years old in December and how I was so blindsided by racial injustice. And am I happy about what I didn't experience as a child? Yes. But I also felt like it had lesson. I learned a little bit more. I was able to share with my grandkids and my children. So with that said, Tonyo, anything else you want to say? What?
I say I'll read some comments.
What's the comments say?
Chunky said, everyone looks great. Miss Iris said she was about a mask. And she said, why am I crying already? I miss you so much.
Oh, well, don't cry.
Much love.
You know, much love out there to Dorothy. We miss you. We love you.
Yeah.
We know you our strongest supporter. We know you've been there. Leslie, I see you.
Oh, yeah, that
I
picture's
could.
small.
Your name not showing up back there, and sometimes when I go live and it's a sensitive subject, I get sensitive. So this is like I put me right here when I had an afro back in the days, and I just want to let everybody know like Black Lives Matter, but we don't want to talk about that right now. So as soon as Tonyo fixes my phone, I'm gonna do my poem, but I want you to understand like. I am the
Voice of Justice.
voices, but we got 3 voices right here. And the title of these poems is
The 3 Voices of Justice.
Say it louder.
The 3 Voices of Justice. The past, the present,
The future.
So I am the past. And sometimes being in the past, that don't mean you're not ignorant. And you're not hearing. So I am the voice of the past. So listen to me, and I will show you. After this, it's a big discussion about racial and how I feel, and am I consider myself, do I like, am I prejudiced, or am I not? So with, hey Linda, how you doing? Thank you for watching.
Yes, hey.
Enjoy seeing you the other day. So we're going to kick off with my poem. If I speed it, I got to calm myself down because I really get into it, and it's a heartfelt thing. So Tony, you got me ready?
There you go. Yes, ma'am.
So this poem is about how I felt and what I missed out on when I was coming up when it comes to Black Lives Matter, and ignorant can also be bliss. So just bear with me, and I'm going to play a little bit of music just to enlighten it, lift up your spirit. So, move sat down, and here I go. I stand today rivet in tears to say, where have I been all these years? A black 10-year-old girl still in pigtails didn't know Dr. King marched for justice to prevail. Why did I not see ungodly justice, which now is leaving my earthly children today so busted? I cried out to my God today to say, ignorance, I will be no more. My mind is free to soar. As a young black girl with 2 black brothers, we was able to walk tall, and now my earthly children can't walk. If so, they take a fall. As we grew, did justice take a walk? Or as we grew, were we bonded with invisible chains to our mouths so we dare not talk? We never felt that justice didn't prevail. Or was we blind as hell? Were we taught to see, speak, or hear no evil? Was that the case? If so, oh well. Today I have wisdom, yet I am burning in pain, using my tears to put out the flame of the policeman's gun. Is it my past I have to blame? My mom raised me to be in tune with the world of racism, or did she keep me from activism? I forward on in life to attend an integrated school before the school was integrated. Fought for my country, now I feel I was a military fool. Was I wrong to think I could stand equally beside the other man, not knowing he had a sword in his hand, the invisible weapon I would see no more? I do not think my God want me to hide behind these invisible doors. My mom, she has since gone. She left me to carry on. That I will do, although she hid me from the truth. Racism did not plague our lives. For her, I say thank you. Yet now, as a mother and a granny to most, I would choose not to be blind by the ignorance of my past. I will teach my black children lessons that will last. Thank you. So that is how I feel. But before I get in the depths of why my poem was written like that, I'm going to get up from the seat and I'm going to let Tonio share his poem, right? And he's the
present voice
of justice.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, wow. I just threw my phone down and I need it.
So,
okay.
You got your music ready for you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay,
Pretty good out there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, all right. I'm the present voice of justice. Let me go ahead.
I'm going to read this. Fred, amen. Sounds great. Thank you, Fred.
She said the master Trinity.
Huh?
She said the master Trinity, Leslie.
Okay, shout out to Leslie. Okay, 3 mans.
So
here we go. I am a young black man, but with police it ain't simple. I could get killed way too easy. It's like they're popping a pimple. like we're a blemish on the face of a nation. It's like we're worthless. Somehow the darker our skin, it means the more we're worthless. As a child, my mother taught me to respect and obey. But she said a real man don't follow what everyone say. Now the outcome is death if I defy the police. Will I lose my life the next time they come to keep peace? If you keep your hands still, you're safe. That ain't the truth though. Even the military ain't safe. Just ask Nazario. They say don't show resistance, but they mean don't show your color. Now I gotta worry about police too when we're already killing each other? Do I need to buy a gun since the police won't help me? I feel like nobody has our back when we're just looking for safety. The world sees color as danger. It's a vicious cycle. Should I just go ahead and bleach my face white like Michael? Nah, I don't think whiteface is the solution. Racism has spread across the globe like air pollution. My people are dying over reasons that are simple. Mike Brown over cigarettes, and Sandra Bland, she didn't signal. Floyd over $20, Dante Wright, oops, that's not a taser. Trey Martin was walking home, Arbery was jogging by his neighbors. Right now, we wear masks to protect from corona, but the virus of racism and fear is much stronger.
Amen.
To survive racism, I will have to completely submit, relinquish all human rights. It's slavery in a different outfit.
All right.
Sound good.
Okay, y'all, that was my point of view, and we have one more.
One more person.
Upside down. Your music was a little bit too loud.
I'm going to
Okay,
steal.
so
Yeah,
honey.
it was a little too vocal.
No, too loud.
I know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Snatch that down for her.
All right,
Snatch
we put the
my
sound down a little bit. Woo.
Nah.
Yeah, we
Good
go.
catch. Alrighty.
All right. I am the third voice of justice. I am the future. I am a young black girl who now wears my hair in curls.
Okay.
I live in a world of racism, which I know is parts of a man's egotism. I am judged for the color of my skin. I speak a different way. I will not change, not a mere day. Someday I plan to marry and bear sons and daughters of all shapes and sizes. Will I have to worry about their demise? Will they have to face a gun? Or is it safe for them to run? Yes, children I plan to bear, for they will be the next generation, therefore I have to share. Knowledge should be my power. As they grow, I will share every hour. I'll plan to say, obey the rules. Stupidity brings about fools. I'll tell him or her, a fool fights a battle they know they can't win. If you don't know where to begin. Will racism be my children's biggest sin? Will others hate corrupt them? No, I won't let it win. Unlike my generations before me, my children will be equipped to deliver words of positives, so they will not receive the launching of a whip. No, my child will not be whipped, beaten, or shot, for their lives to be tied as safely as a knot.
Woo.
Okay,
All
okay.
right. Good job.
One comment Didi Irick said was she broke down our things. She said, love for the past, heartache for the present, and so scared for the future.
Amen.
So that was a perfect
That was a
summary.
perfect
That
combination.
was a
I would think
perfect
about, I
way
would
to
like them words
summarize
to
that.
put on a mask. What'd she say?
Love for the past,
Love for the past,
heartache for the present,
heartache for the present,
and so scared for the future.
and so scared for the future. That's almost like, hey, that's awesome, daughter. That sounds good, because at the end of the day, that is so true. So true. Like with me, like I said before earlier, like with me, I don't know, like I back in my days, it wasn't all about Black Lives Matter. We just roll with the punches. And if you got a good mom, which I had a good mom and still got one because she in heaven, I will see her again. It's like she didn't teach us like, she didn't stress it. And that's why I feel so bad in the year 2020. And that's what I wanted to share, that I missed out on, like, Is it a sad thing that I missed out on Black Lives Matter back in the time when I was coming up? I don't think so. Because Mom, she just didn't teach us how to be, hate people for the color of their skin. I went to, like I said in my poem, I went to an integrated school before they even integrated school. I went in the Army. And in the Army, I didn't even feel discriminated yet. The little guy, Fred, what's his name?
Mario.
Everyone.
No, the little guy that got pulled over in the Army uniform.
Oh, yeah, Nazario.
Yeah, sorry, Satiri Nazario. He was in the Army. He represented it. But we just didn't get...
Actively served.
They did not... What we see today as mothers, what we see today as a family, what we see today when it comes to racial justice, I did not experience that. Me and my brother, we did not experience like that. I knew about Martin Luther King dying. I knew when President Kennedy got assassinated. And even as Martin Luther King died, Mama never sit down and said, oh, that white girl. Because I always come up saying the same thing that black guy got, the same thing that white girl got. She made me feel like we was living in a world of racial divide, but she didn't never let us know that it was going to hurt, that it was something that I had to experience. It was something that I truly can say. What people like Dorothy say, the people that's in Tonyo age and Satira age, I'm just not educating myself. So if I'm educating myself as a 68-year-old granny and a 68-year-old mother, educate your children. Tell your children like, hey, stop. If you get stopped, you get pulled over, hey, I really can't tell you, you pull to the light, you get shot. You don't pull to the light, you get shot. Right. Just talk to your kids and let them be the voice of their own self. Let them be the voice of saving their lives. Because we are not out there with our kids. Mm-hmm. We are not out there. We can only, as parents, say, hey, do this, do that. But at the end of the day, we as parents know what we'll do. But I'm mad at myself. Like in my poem, I said, like, on my shirt, I was a 10-year-old girl and did not even know really why Martin Luther King was marching, doing his march, that he was marching for justice, because why my mama didn't tell us, and she didn't have no need to. I was at Olympic High School before they integrated schools. I went in the Army, and now I don't want, and then I come out, married, went to Mississippi, came back, went to Jackson Park Church, which is all predominantly white. Over 75, 85% white. Didn't feel uncomfortable there either. So I just don't know where we at. Why we here with, I got 5 grandkids. And I got 5 boys, grandboys. I don't mean, I got that. I got 5 boys and I don't understand why we here. Yes. I feel sorry for Tonyo. I feel sorry for Satira. If she don't do right, if he don't do right, it's the job's going to be right. It's we're going to be equally. We got a long way to go. And I may not live to see the journey.
We do.
So what did Dorothy say, Fred? She said something else.
She said a couple things. She said a couple. Oh, maybe we can look at it right here. She said you couldn't tell me then or now that the color of my skin was different than yours. The love was so powerful.
That's right, and that's the truth, because the person that was my best friend was Dorothy's mother, who left us years ago, and went to be with heaven. But Dorothy and Fred know, if he on this live, he already know. Dorothy is treated as equal as these two here. Mm-hmm. So she is part of our lives. So to force and say that I just can't, I'm going to have a problem if I'm forced to say, like, white lives don't matter. Because they don't, the reason why we are doing it, because some white people are not, they just as blind as me. Yes. They didn't even know that. Why are we here? Why can't Tonyo or Fred or anybody go get in their car and just go without getting stopped by the police? And guess what? Hopefully the police with George Floyd guilty verdict, maybe they'll understand us.
That's a good.
Because I know if I'm blind at the age of 68, some people are just only taught by the people that feed them. Yes. They'll say, hate that black person because of color of their skin. That is so ignorant. That is ignorant, and ignorant is bliss. Tonyo, how y'all feel? Satira, how you feel? I can go on.
Definitely
and I can go on because I am so tired of this ignorancy.
Yes, one thing I was going to say is, like Mom say, she said, some people are just unaware or not woke, whatever, that's a big term, where we at right now considering racism. Like even me, growing up, I didn't really. Everybody knew slavery. Ooh, it happened and it was terrible. People died, and then now some white people or some no, I forget that people of different colors don't like different colors. Like right now, even Koreans is having problems. So it's a very big tackle between just black and white because Hispanic, everybody deals with it. But you know that there is some negative thoughts some people have about a particular group of people, but you think that people are dealing with it better. Just because they have a fear or something, they might just walk away or act different. But we didn't know just how bad that racism or hate or fear is in people until the last like 8 years when you really see it happening more and more. When it first happened, it was kind of ignorable and like pushed under the rug like, oh shoot, maybe. Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice. But as you see it now, it's just getting worse and worse.
And that's the part, Fred, I'm telling you, that's the part that you cannot sit there and say, like, when you became of our age and became of age to learn to accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, the only church you ever knew was Calvin.
Exactly.
You know, was I ignorant? And if I sit there and I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm ignorant because I'm happy with the decisions that I made. I just wish the world would be happy with the decisions that I made. I chose to go to a 90% church, not because Kevin was white or Janet was white and her kids were white. I moved to Jackson Park when it was all white and wasn't none of my little black tokens like me. But I can count them on my hand, maybe 3 families up in there. I chose to do that. I heard my brother say, Gwen, the Ku Klux Klan's going to get you. My mom said, are you sure you want to do this? Yes. I did it. I was happy, and I have no regrets. I don't know why we're here. Satira been in our family for a long time because she was my daycare, but I never ever once told her, even with Trayvon Martin them getting killed, they didn't ask no answers, I ain't give them none. I didn't feel the need that they needed to know. But right now, I have to equip them. That's like I said in my poem. They will know. My kids and my grandkids and their kids before them, they will be aware of, like, it is ignorant. It's ignorant people in this world. Exactly. I'm so glad I'm not one of them.
All right.
Anything you want to say, Satiri?
Sure. Yeah. What this racism basically got to come to the end. I never experienced it myself, but to see that people of our kind, all kinds comes all together, but the way you see we get treated, it's not fair to us because we wouldn't do the same to y'all. So, like, basically, we just gotta get back right, and, with y'all help and other people help, we need to get this world back on a good note, because we ain't all gonna last forever, and then if you want to be in God's good grace, you better do it for your sake. That's all.
I agree with Satiri, like, you got to get it, but guess what, like, for George and the police out there got convicted for George, that don't mean, if it took me to get 68 years old to realize, whoa, something just ain't right. This killing and this killing ain't right. So that's why I decided to make these shirts. That's why I put my picture when I was a 10-year-old girl still in pigtails. Didn't even know why. And then when I had a chance to go with pushing them with Trayvon them, George Floyd, do the marches and stuff like that, I was always hesitant in my mind. Maybe I was so hesitant in my mind because I did not understand it. I couldn't see what I see now. I'm only forced to see what I have to see based on, because the world is forcing me to get up on my game, get up on and say, okay, you better get up on your game. You better teach your children so they can teach your grandkids, my grandkids, so they can teach their children, like Satira and Fred. It is horrible. And like I said, we're 3 generations here.
Future.
Past.
Present.
So you can see. So I think this is a sensitive subject, and a lot of people don't like to talk about it. They like to run and hide. And I'll be lying to say that, like, I don't know. I don't know what was wrong with my mama, because in my poem I said, did she keep me from being an activism? And if that's what she did, I ain't mad with her. I ain't mad with her, because I did not poison his mind. I did not poison her mind. I haven't poisoned anybody's mind, and neither did I poison my own mind. So,
Fred, I sent a question for the chat. Respectfully, how did y'all feel about the verdict? Me. How did y'all feel about the verdict for former Officer Chauvin? Because it impacted our household in different ways. Everybody had a different outcome, and the whole world is kind of confused because they don't quite know how to feel or can't fully decide because it's not nobody really wins between losing life and going to jail. It's kind of hard. So we're just wondering how y'all felt respectfully. And then one person said was 1 second. What Chunky said, what are some advice you would give to people that experience racism? What do you think?
Oh, that's hard.
Ooh.
I just tell Chunky, if that person is experiencing racism,
Keep your head high.
I just think that one thing we do know that you can't change that person.
Right.
Because that person somewhere has already been fed a bad spoon of medicine.
That's right.
So if you can't change that person and they doing you having problem with racism, if you given the chance to witness, you can witness. But if it's gonna hurt you, sometimes you just have to walk away until another day. Another day, maybe that person can be approached. But at the time if a person he or she delivering a bad no, like being prejudiced or showing some kind of ignorance or showing some kind of way, then they ain't the time to witness to nobody. They ain't got on their listening ears. They don't want to hear that.
Right.
They don't want to hear that.
I got it.
And Fred, I think when you said like in this house when the verdict came up,
Right.
you said we had
I
different.
said it impact the household.
Yeah,
Yes.
it impacted us definitely because and it also motivated us to do this video today.
Right.
Yes,
And the reason why it impacted badly, I think Fred maybe trying to say me, and because he like I said, I did not. First of all, I profess to be a Christian. It may not come across that way to some people, and I don't care what you think and what you believe, but I profess to know Jesus as my personal Lord and Savior, so therefore I claim to be a Christian. So when they gave the man the verdict, I no disrespect, I sort of like, wow, what he brought it on himself. And so a Christian, you have empathy for people, and like I had empathy for George Floyd family, I had sort of like empathy for that cop. Reason why I had empathy for the police officer because he was so ignorant. He brought all that hatred and all that stuff of the world hating him, all that bad choices he made. He brought it on himself. He could have got up off the floor neck and he would be least, he would have been charged with something, but not like murder.
Right. It was a terrible accident.
It was a terror thing.
That it was his fault for, but it was very confusing.
I don't consider it as an accident.
No, when he did that, he was just not caring and not giving a freak about that person's life. But then now the outcome is death, and I know he didn't mean to take their life that day, but he didn't care about his life that day. So that was a rough confusion. And more importantly, I've watched social media and I've seen everybody have been just so confused about what the heck is going on. They don't know how to feel like, ooh, the person's still dead. Should he got more time? Should he got less time? Should he have got first degree? Everybody was just so confused on what the heck was going on. They didn't know how to respond.
And then, like, another thing, let's get something straight. I want to get, for the record, I can't, somebody had a song say something about the, what's that song, Fred? Like, you change the color of your skin. Like the song say, my coats are many colors.
Yes.
You can change your coats of many colors, but I can't change the coat of my skin. Right. And so I choose, and I had a happy life being black. I had a happy life. I don't have no regrets, but I can't change the color of my skin, and neither would I change the color of my heart. Like with Dorothy as being my daughter. Her mom left, her mom dead, her mom was my best friend. I consider her as a sister. So what do you want me to do? What would you want us to do? Get rid of people because they white, purple, and green people? You can't do that. The only thing you can do is educate.
That's all.
Yes,
Only thing you can do is what?
Educate.
Educate your children. Educate yourself. Educate everybody to Black Lives Matter. I will not. I love Dorothy not because she's a white girl. I loved her mother not because she was white. I love Kelvin not because he's white. I love them because they are people.
Right.
But it are bad
they
people.
got good spirit.
And out there, it's a lot of bad people out there. It's a lot of bad people out there that sending me so much. And so like I said, I like the body I'm in. But for the record, I have to, like I said in my poem, I have to teach my grandkids and want them to teach their kids how to be able to check the world of 2021 and going forward. We got to do that.
Right. And
What did I say? I experience it daily, but what?
Oh, come and said I experience it daily from white people. I chose to live my life loving a black man and proudly loving my family. Who just happens to be a darker skin color than I do. Okay. And then she said, I used to not see color, but now I do. Because I'm a part of this racist stuff. Or because see this racist stuff. Is it really a crime to walk while black? My heart aches for every black person in the world, especially for young black males.
And that's
a very good
she
point.
Said, I love you, my mother.
And she said,
I love you more. But at the end of the day, like Dorothy said, like you can't change the colors of the skin. You can't even change the colors of a rainbow. It is what it is. And when God created us, He created us supposedly be equal. But it's okay.
Yeah.
The black man got a long way to go. And we keep saying the black man, but it's all kinds of people. It's not all. We got a long way as far as education,
and us
and so do everybody else.
Yes, and another thing, it's how we carry ourselves, because I've been raised with manners, respect, and knowing what battles to fight and what not to. Right. So then, like, if we seen since George Floyd trial, about 2 hours before his verdict, and I think 2 days ago, we've had another 2 black people, or mixed, but at least some black. They was black that died from police, and they had knives. It was a young lady at the age of around 15 to 16 in a foster care who called the police, so they say. And then it was it appeared to be a young man too. I don't know all the details, but she called. So it's just sad. So we got to know how to carry ourselves. We're not saying
what's wrong?
I'm fine.
Okay, we're not saying be submissive to the police and just don't be a human and do what you don't. But we're trying to let y'all know what to do with racism is. Y'all have rights, but sometimes those rights come into question. Y'all got to carry it. Everybody got to carry ourselves right with certain people who may fear us or hate us. So if you see the police and you have a knife, do they have the right to kill you? Not exactly. But you still shouldn't give them the opportunity or even the chance. Just calm down.
And just do as they say.
At the point where you have a knife in your hand and the police is there and you're in such that temper, I don't know what impacted you that day. I don't know what caused you to not drop that knife when the police were on the scene. But just know the police come to protect and serve. But above all, they also come to protect themselves. So you come second, if not third, depending on who appears to be in trouble. Versus them, that's the first person they're protecting. Second is who appears to be in trouble. And then the third one, then it comes to everybody else. So just because people ran up on you and you grab the knife to not get beat to death or whatever could have happened, you have a knife. They don't see it like that. And we don't have the same rights that people of other colors or other races have. We don't get the benefit of the doubt. We get fear and a lethal, deadly responses sometimes. So y'all got to know what battles to fight. You wouldn't fight a battle if you know a dude can fight or you know he got a gun. You would just see that another day, talk it out, or figure out, let me just escape this situation. Because with racism, it's going to be there. In the past,
well, I agree with that.
Yes, ma'am.
I think racism gonna be there, and what I hate the most is like don't pamper me though.
No.
Don't even try to pamper me in at least a little bit. Don't patronize me because in the past, now when I turn the TV on, I was watching Grey's Anatomy. All of a sudden, all I could hear was George Floyd. They don't cut it loose and put George Floyd in there, and now they realizing their mistakes. Realize it, but make sure that you mean it. Right. Make sure that you mean what you're saying. Make sure that you are all right with the world, and make sure that you're happy that the decision that you make. Don't just be blind as me. Only reason why I choose not to be blind anymore is because I have more men in my life than I have ladies. So that's the reason why I choose not to be blind. Right. But I'm still not going to hate you. I'm going to hate you because I hate you. And hate is a strong, powerful word. And to kill somebody like they killed Floyd, I guess you just sort of like, I ain't in that man's body, I ain't in his spirit. But seem like he must have had some powerful hate somewhere embedded in his heart. Yeah. So, because hate is a powerful word. When you say you hate somebody, that's it. That's it. It take a long time to bounce back off somebody telling you they hate you. You know, I don't like you. I dislike your ways. You something like that. That's easy. But to say you hate somebody, okay. So maybe the man hated, but whatever he did, and why he did what he did, he did it because he just was taught maybe about hate. You know, maybe about my skin gonna rub off on his, and I ain't never seen the day that ever gonna happen.
And everybody, we gotta watch this too, because like my mom said, don't believe rumors. So just because you hear this race hates this race, you can hear it, but that ain't true because it ain't every person in that race. Right. So you can't just go around assuming like this person hates me because they're this race, so I'm gonna hate that race. You can't do that. You just gotta pray and hope and conduct yourself right, and don't develop the same hate you're seeing. Because if you see somebody yelling, "Oh, I hate this race, I hate this race," you be like, "Well, I hate your race." That is not going to solve nothing. Don't develop hate, even though hate is being inflicted upon other people or people in your same group. People in your same. It freezes sometimes.
We freeze our TV. The technologies keep freezing.
We might be freezing up a little bit, y'all. I don't really know. We got to boost our Wi-Fi a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, well, listen. Yeah. I hope that people that left, we're going to wrap this up. But trust me, this with our Black Lives Matter is not going to end here. We're going to try to do a lot of more research, and we're going to try to reach out to a lot of more people. We're going to try to touch bases on people so that Satir and Fred can drive. You know, oh yeah, and by the way, it's just like that, like when that lady had her son in the car, remember? And they just drove by, shot the car, and killed the boy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Road rage. So it's more than Black Lives Matter. It's all kinds of hate out here. And that little boy never lived to be on a video to talk about nothing. Why? Because he dead now. Road rage. Just shooting people like you got it. And then another thing. I want us as blacks to stand tall. I want us blacks to stand together. And try to be as ignorant as I was back in the future when I said, my mom just did not teach me hate, and as far as like I gotta hate you because of your color. But I do want you to understand one thing, like it's gonna take time.
It's gonna take a long time.
It's gonna take a long time. I probably won't even live to see the results of what he gonna go through, what Satir gonna go through. I'm not gonna live to see that. You know, I can truly say that today because it don't took all these decades to get where we at today, and it's gonna take
how many more decades?
Decades of us trying to get where we can love one another, accept one another, understand one another. We put on our same pants, we put our shoes on. You know, we do everything. Plus, you shave your hair off like I have. So for those people, I cut off all my hair. I gotta rejuvenate it. So I'm gonna see, when you see me, you're gonna see all my little army hats that I'm making. I made this one, so shout out to me.
Less than 24 hours.
Hey. So I'm gonna make a lot of colors, so I'll be able to deal with my hair shaved off, so I can deal with trying to treat it and maybe get healthy. If it don't grow, no more dreads, and if it don't grow, but so far, hey, I'm alright with that, because age, I have wisdom. And I've seen a lot. Knowledge. But one thing I haven't seen is my mama teaching me I got to hate anybody because they white.
Right. And one thing, y'all, is we all need to stick together. And I don't mean all as one race. All of us together. The human race. All black people stick up for all black people. All stick up for all white people. White people stick up for every race. Everybody stick up for each other. And don't forget, we're all going through things. So stick up for everybody you can. Just go against any hate, negativity, racism, and everything. Like, prime example, I'm trying to wrap this up, but even when women was fighting for rights, it got to a point where the black women and the white women was all trying to get voting.
And they was
the white women was like, hey, we're trying to get rights, but if we've been affiliated with the black women trying to get rights, we're not going to get rights. So they had to branch off from us and try to pursue their rights before instead of trying to pursue the black women with them. We don't want to do that. We want to fight for any injustice, any color. Even if it's white people die by the cops, white on white violence, black on black violence. We all need to try to fight everything we can. Try to be aware and try to conduct yourselves right. Don't feed into the stereotypes and give them a reason to believe that their racist thoughts is accurate. because we are all black kings and black queens, and we are all kings and queens of every race.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
gotta
Not
carry
freezing up.
ourselves right. It's not freezing up on my phone, which is
Oh,
weird.
that's what I'm weird.
But if we're freezing up, y'all, just bear with us. We're gonna wrap it up because we just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit.
One thing I had to say is, I don't know if you heard it or it made real global wise, but last year, a lady got pulled over by police. What she did was wrong, but she didn't have the right to lose her child due to the situation. That really kind of messed up with me because her child would not get to see the light of day just because of her mistakes, but also because of the cops. The only thing he got was assault.
Pat say Podcast City of Charlotte on him.
Mm-hmm.
We see Podcast City of Charlotte.
Oh yeah,
What's
shout
up,
out to
Fred?
y'all. Shout out to y'all.
You know, I thought I saw your face up there, Fred, but I didn't see it back here on the TV because this TV keep freezing up. I don't know why. We having a little bit technical difficulties, but like Tonio said, it's not freezing up on his phone.
Right.
So what's up?
What's up?
What's up? You good?
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to everybody.
Shout out.
Read some comments before we wrap it up. Brother said, you all look awesome. Thanks, Unc. Pat said, beautiful job, family. Didi already said, you're beautiful. And Pat Alexander Bruce
What? All those
said,
I
podcast
did
City
went
of
out back
Charlotte.
there.
So we just shouting out. I think that it just got plugged in with the
Yeah,
sleep
let me
behind us.
see.
My bad, y'all. But we're going to wrap up. We ain't going to take too much more of y'all time.
So what I do want
Thank
you to
y'all
know,
for
don't
45
forget, we
minutes.
got somebody that finally look into, like, we done wrote several poems, and like I said, this was the one that felt, I don't know why we have been working on it. Then we had to go through a lot of things about Corona or whatever, so it got pushed to the side.
Right.
But I don't know, God worked things sort of in mysterious ways.
True.
Because we had put these, when we wrote the book, we had started out with these poems of like Black Lives Matter. I think it was during the time when, was it Trayvon Martin? No, it wasn't Trayvon. What was the last?
See, it's bad when there's so many.
It's so
So
many, I
many,
can't
yeah.
think, but I think it's the
Yeah.
one that was in the car with the lady that they said was reading the book.
Oh, sure. I think his name was Scott.
When Scott got killed,
was
we had
sad.
decided that we was gonna do some poems because me and Fred was at CPCC during the time, so we was gonna try to do a bunch of poems. But that's funny that these poems fell right in place after Floyd. We got justice for Floyd, and I remember I'm the past.
I'm the present.
And I'm the future.
So we gonna maybe the next time for those that didn't hear the poems, if you want a copy of the poem because they're awesome, it's I don't know what, and we got somebody that's gonna publish it for us. So if it get published, along with maybe I think several other ones, but we try not to do a lot of them. But we'll maybe you want to get some, just read it and look into it because they are very awesome. They're very, very awesome. And share with your kids.
Yes.
They got questions or whatever. So, anything else y'all want to say before we stop the live? Remember, this is
Stay
me,
safe.
10 years old,
This
my
is
little
me.
afro.
When I was
Let me see.
a good look, like
How was Satiri? About
15, 14,
no.
15.
No, you was at camp. So, this was
social.
was that the 8th grade,
Eighth
6th grade,
grade.
yeah, 7th grade, 8th grade social. And
13
so
or
we
something.
decided to put our turnaround Satiri.
Oh, this one. That was it.
Fred,
Yes.
turn
okay.
around.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
y'all.
this is Satira, and for those who can't see the writing, but right here on their backs, the words to
Y'all
to
see
their
it? Y'all
poems
see it?
as well as mine is on our back. So let us know. Hit us up. We'll see. We'll give you the poems because they are so awesome. Dorothy, if she's still with us, I'm gonna make sure that you get one
Yes, yes.
copy of the poem, as well as maybe I could combine all the poems on your T-shirt. So let me know if you want to do it that way, and we'll be more than happy to do it that way too.
Yes.
So let us know. Hit us up. Hope we covered. Hope we made you feel somewhere a little bit ease, but we got journeys and journeys and journeys to go.
Yes, we do.
Yes. All right, then everybody. Just
Stay
remember
safe.
to stay safe.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
wear your
Wear your
mask.
mask. Don't let these people
I was
fool
just
you.
gonna say.
Do not let you fool you. And if you still not getting the shot, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but I think you should try to get the corona shot.
We get ours
we
next
got our
week.
first one, y'all. I get my next one
Yes,
next
next
week,
week.
around like
On the
28th.
28th,
and
29th, and I get mine on the 3rd.
We getting it, y'all.
So-
We getting it. We're
And
trying
y'all
to stay
see that's
safe
live
from
too,
corona.
so prepare.
So yeah, y'all just stay tuned
Y'all
and stay safe.
and we'll just hit you back up when we find out the how much charges maybe the guy got for
Yeah, the sentencing.
the sentencing. So,
in about 2 weeks, I
but
think.
don't
No.
just use your
8 weeks.
own mind. Let your conscience be your guide. So until then, let us know. Let us know you want mask. Hit us up. Where's my mask?
Right here.
Oh, and where did I just put mine? See
Oh.
y'all, and don't lose your mask.
This is my mask.
This is my mask.
This
y'all
is my
see-
mask that's
Hey,
missing.
hey,
You see my peace sign?
this is my mask. So I made in the hat. I made it because, like I
It's
said,
nice, y'all. It's like
Y'all nice. Y'all see?
Yeah, y'all see like the Pearl Harbor movie,
See,
like that.
so-
like,
Oh,
It's
don't forget about your
it's
nails.
nice.
Show them your nails.
Oh,
She
well,
got
I
her
just
nails
did
done.
my own thing,
Her
cause
own
you
little
know.
thing.
But anyway, here's up for a mask. Let us know if you want a copy of our little poems.
Yes.
Yes.
So let us know that. And until then,
Good night.
good night.
Good night. All right, y'all. Should
right.
we end this thing?
Is it over?
Is it over?
Is it over?
Or is it over?